In the fall of 1777, deep in the forests of upstate New York, the future of the American Revolution hung by a thread. The British planned a bold strategy: crush the rebellion in one massive stroke by cutting the colonies in half. But instead, they stumbled into one of the most decisive defeats in British history. This is the story of the Battle of Saratoga, the turning point of the American Revolution. To understand Saratoga, we have to rewind. The war had not been going well for the Americans. British forces had captured New York City and were confident they could end the rebellion. Their plan? A three-army invasion from the north, south, and west, all converging in Albany. But only one British army moved forward: General John Burgoyne, a confident aristocratic officer leading nearly 8,000 troops down from Canada. His goal was to seize control of the Hudson River and isolate New England. But Burgoyne made a critical mistake. He thought the Americans would scatter at the sight of his army. They didn't. Instead, thousands of farmers, militiamen, and Continental soldiers began pouring in to stop him. And waiting for him was a determined American commander, General Horatio Gates, along with a hot-headed but brilliant leader soon to become a legend, Benedict Arnold. As Burgoyne marched south, his army struggled through dense forests, swamps, and rough terrain. Supply lines stretched thin, horses died, morale dropped, and his Native American allies abandoned him. Meanwhile, American militia harassed the British from the trees, cutting down scouts, raiding supply lines, and slowing the British advance to a crawl. By mid-September, Burgoyne's exhausted army finally reached the American defensive positions near the small settlement of Saratoga. The stage was set. On September 19, 1777, Burgoyne launched the first attack at a place called Freeman's Farm. The fighting was brutal. American riflemen led by Daniel Morgan targeted British officers with deadly precision. Lines of redcoats advanced through thick forests only to be ambushed by hidden American troops. And at the center of the chaos was Benedict Arnold. Though technically under General Gates, Arnold repeatedly rode into the fighting, rallying the soldiers, pushing reinforcements to the right places, and refusing to give ground. The battle raged for hours. When the smoke cleared, the British held the field, but at a terrible cost. Burgoyne had suffered heavy casualties he could not replace. After Freeman's Farm, the two armies dug in for weeks. But while the British grew weaker, the Americans grew stronger. Militia poured in from all over the colonies. Supplies arrived, morale skyrocketed, and tension grew between General Gates and Benedict Arnold. Gates wanted to stay defensive, protect his growing army, while Arnold wanted to strike quickly and crush Burgoyne before reinforcements arrived. The disagreements exploded into arguments, and Gates eventually removed Arnold from command. But Arnold wasn't done fighting, not yet. On October 7, 1777, Burgoyne, running desperately low on supplies, gambled on one last attack. The British advanced, a small force, hoping to find a weak point. Instead, they ran straight into thousands of Americans. The battle at Bemis Heights exploded with musket fire, cannon blasts, and hand-to-hand combat. American forces overwhelmed the British flanks, pushing them back step by step. And then, like a scene straight from a movie, Benedict Arnold rode onto the battlefield. He had no orders. Gates hadn't allowed it. But Arnold, furious and fearless, charged into the British lines anyway, rallying the soldiers around him. He led assaults against key British positions, even capturing a crucial redoubt. His leadership electrified the Americans. But in the chaos, Arnold's horse was shot, and he was struck in the leg, shattering the same leg he had injured years earlier. Arnold fell, but the Americans surged forward. Burgoyne's forces retreated, exhausted, bleeding, and outnumbered. The battle was over. Surrounded on all sides, supplies gone, soldiers starving, and no reinforcements in sight, Burgoyne had no choice. On October 17, 1777, he surrendered his entire army, nearly 6,000 British and German troops, to the Americans. It was one of the largest British surrenders in history. General Gates accepted the surrender politely, but every American soldier knew exactly what this moment meant. The impossible had just become possible. The victory at Saratoga changed everything. It proved the Americans could defeat the world's most powerful empire. It inspired new recruits. It boosted morale across the colonies. And most importantly, it convinced France to join the war on the American side. Without Saratoga, there is no Yorktown, no independence, no United States as we know it. Though Benedict Arnold would later betray the cause, his heroism at Saratoga remains one of the most brilliant performances by any officer in the Revolution. The Battle of Saratoga wasn't just a victory. It was the turning point. The moment the tide turned toward American freedom.